Let's do that one more time.
All right, A, are you aiming left?
Am I aiming left? Do you always start with that if I have a misdirection tendency?
Not necessarily. Sometimes I go the other way.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
So A, are you aiming left?
Yep.
B, are you twisting it shut in the takeaway?
Okay, this way.
Yep. And then are you transitioning with the right arm?
This way.
Yeah, or did it cross your midline too early on the downswing? Yes.
Ooh, okay, yep, okay.
Now, can you imagine doing all 4 of those?
I could, unfortunately.
That's why people go to left
Why
hand.
I go left to left?
That's why they go left hand low and then they go to claw. They start changing their grip because they can't fix the pull.
I want to talk to you today about live view golf. Now, you guys hear me say all the time that you need feedback when you're practicing. You need to know if you're actually doing what you're trying to do, and the best way to give yourself feedback ultimately is video. And not only is video the best way to give yourself feedback, but being able to see yourself simultaneously as you're doing a movement is the best form of video feedback. It's the best way I've seen to make changes in your swing and be able to correlate the differences between your feels and your reels. Live view is super easy to use and set up. Simply set it up behind or in front of you. You connect it with your iPad or phone, pop that on the ground. You can actually do your practice, see yourself as you're doing it, the best way to expedite your process. I encourage you guys to check out Live View Golf. We'll put a link in the description down below with a coupon code. Super excited for you guys to learn some information here from David Orr. Now, I know most of you know who David Orr is. Hopefully, if you don't, David is a top 50 Golf Digest teacher. He is the #1 ranked teacher in the state of North Carolina. He is, to me, the go-to guy for putting and more beyond that, but he's just such a great putting coach. I'm super excited for you guys to learn from David. We're gonna have him hop in here and give you some tips here to improve your putting. All right, guys, so as promised here, Mr. David Orr again, we're going to talk today in this video about the #1 problems that David sees between good putters and bad putters and what the correlations are there. So, Mr. David, thank you again for coming out.
All right,
and so let's talk about it. We have good putters versus bad putters and some kind of general themes between the two. And what would you say would be the #1 problem that you see for good putters?
Yeah, well, good putters, I mean, they make a lot of putts, but they sometimes have some tendencies. And what I see with a lot of good putters, their miss is primarily a pull.
Primarily a pull, got it.
Okay,
yeah.
Especially if they're putting more with the trail side. If you look at my jacket, see this beautiful putting jacket from Galvin Green?
Perfect visual.
He's got the white lines. Everybody see the white lines? See, it's not a triangle. It's more like home plate. But if they're putting with the trail side, okay, you'll see that you'll get some closing motion from this trail hand, trail forearm, trail upper arm, and shoulder.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what they do is they try to guide the putter or the ball down that curved line.
Got it.
And it causes the arm to cross the midline of the body, and you see the face is closed.
So that would be one of these.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
You got it.
Yep.
So that's what I see with good players when they miss.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Sure.
That's why their problem is a slight bit different
Yep.
than from the higher handicap or the player that struggles with putting.
Okay. And so, and let's stay there for a second. Let's say I'm that good putter. I have the pull tendency, right? And I have the tendency with my trail side and arm to have this motion.
Yeah, this closing motion.
Closing motion. And so step 1 of that, like if I'm that person watching, is awareness.
Yeah, just realize, first of all, where did I feel the pull come from?
Yeah.
We think of pulling like this. That would be lead side, but no, it's actually pushing.
Yeah.
You're actually trying to push the putter and the ball's being pulled.
Got it, interesting, yeah.
You're pushing the putter with your trail hand and trail arm and closing. So you can sit here and do the windshield wiper for a second, Eric.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's opening and closing from the trail arm.
Yep.
And let's go switch over to the lead arm. It's opening and closing from the lead arm.
Yep.
So now we're set up perfectly for why the good player tends to have the right arm in there too early.
Got it.
So what they need to do is get a little bit more in sync on the downswing, is make sure they transition with their shoulders.
Yep. Gotcha.
And not transitioning with the right arm early.
Got it. Transition more with shoulders, not with right arm early.
So let's do that. Let's do a little demonstration. So make a backswing transition early with your right arm, almost as if you're pushing the putter. Yes, and you feel it come across your body.
Yep.
Yeah, do it one more time. And stay there, stand up for our listeners. See how look at the club face, and look at how this whole right arm has rotated above the left arm.
Yeah, and I feel that sometimes when I'm putting. Yeah.
So imagine twisting it closed in the backswing and doing that.
Double
you're
waving.
hitting it left, what I call left of Nancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
All
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So a lot of this club rotation, Eric.
Yeah.
You know, people think that you putt with just your shoulders, and that's just not entirely true.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. Even though if your prime mover is your shoulders, both arms have to coordinate.
Yep.
Both hands have to coordinate the motion.
Got it.
I teach coordination.
Yep.
Okay. So, if you have a pull tendency, you're a good player. You got a pull tendency. First, am I aiming left? Second, am I twisting it shut with that trail arm?
Yeah.
In the backswing.
Yep.
And then third, am I transitioning too early with my right arm?
Got it.
As
That's
opposed
a beautiful
to my
order
shoulders.
to check. Yep.
Okay, and then did I feel my right arm cross the midline independent?
Yep.
And that closed it at impact. So we did the crime scene in reverse like we did the last video.
Let's do that one more time.
All right, are you aiming left?
Am I aiming left? Do you always start with that if I have a misdirection tendency?
Not necessarily. Sometimes I go the other way.
Okay, gotcha,
impact, right?
gotcha.
So A, are you aiming left?
Yep.
B, are you twisting it shut in the takeaway?
Okay, this way.
Yep. And
Got
then
it.
are you transitioning with the right arm?
This way.
Yeah, or
Yep.
did it cross your midline too early on the downswing? Yes.
Ooh, okay. Yep,
Now,
okay.
can you imagine doing all four of those?
I could, unfortunately.
That's why people go to left
Why I
hand.
go left to left?
That's why they go left hand low and then they go to claw. They start changing their grip because they can't fix the pull.
Got it.
And usually they go to the claw
Yeah.
because the claw is a controlled guide.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How cool is that?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of
so
sense.
they can't fix their right arm this way, so they just sit there and they
Change
pronate the forearm, and then they go in plane like that, and it keeps it from pulling.
So if I'm that person, I'm going, that was perfect. I'll go through an order of, not that I need to tell you that was perfect. It goes through a sequence there to check the crime scene. Love that.
Absolutely.
And then I'm identifying which one of those is the piece that I want to put attention to and start to work on.
And adjust, exactly.
Yeah. And so that would be the good, and it's tricky a little bit, right? Because those are good putters. They're making.
That's what good putters do when they miss.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
and
so we look at Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Tiger's grandpa's gun shoots a little left, so he starts to aim a little right. We'll see that with players that have a pull tendency to start aiming a little right.
Yeah.
Not because of a vision problem, they're just aiming the stroke. I call it grandpa's gun.
Gotcha. Do you, side note, question, do you see more players aim right because of a pull or pull because of an aim right, or is it, can't
I think
say?
it's a chicken egg.
Yeah, it could be either one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
absolutely.
Side note question.
Yeah, but that was a great question though. Why do you see people aim right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they're aiming that pull.
Yes.
Or sometimes maybe their perception of where the hole is relative to the start line might be to the right of that line.
Got it. There's multiple variables.
Yeah, there's visual, exactly. But the thing is, that's what good players, I tend to see. I've been teaching for 12 years out on the PGA Tour, top players all the way down.
To me.
To Eric. Yeah, I mean, that's the tendency. It comes from guiding.
Yeah, gotcha.
It really comes from guiding. So even though I just described what you're doing and how you're doing it,
not the why.
The why is your guiding.
And when you say guiding, just for clarity,
I'm trying to guide this ball on that curved line.
Yep.
And I'm trying to guide this putter into the ball. That guiding mindset creates this trail side activation.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong. Some of the best players in the world putt with their trail side, but they learn to manage it.
Yeah.
You know, Tiger, you see him doing his little 2T drill and he putts with just his right hand. Here he's learning and practicing to manage the start line and control of the putter without pulling it.
And so long as he matches those other variables, he's fine.
Yeah, so you see him, he's a trail-sided player. Zach Johnson, Henrik Stenson. There's a lot of people that putt with their trail arm.
I want to, partially just to clarify my own thoughts. Let's say I go through and I say, hey, I'm the pull putter.
Am I aiming left?
And let's say my aim's good. I'm cool. My aim is good. I've done that. You recommend an aim, let's say a normal person checking their aim, like a laser?
Yeah, I'll use a laser.
Laser, okay. Laser.
Check the visual aim first. And then the second thing is, am I twisting it shut in the takeaway?
And so let's say I'm doing that, right? Let's say I'm I'm working this way.
Yeah, you tend to under twist.
As a
under twisting the heel of the club. See the heel of the club swinging underneath the shaft?
Yes.
Show me that.
So this would be like this way.
We call this twister. You're working the heel of the club under the shaft.
Which I feel I do, right?
Yeah.
And so, and I know there's multiple ways to go about this, but for me to start the process of it would potentially be feeling the opposite of that, just to kind of find
well,
middle?
we could do a twister drill.
Yeah.
And you know my thoughts on drills.
Right, yeah.
All right. But you could do the twister drill. You could hit a putt where you intentionally twist it shut open.
Yep.
All right, so let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's hit one where you twist it a little shut open.
So kind of, I'm gonna do a little more exaggerated my normal.
Let's only do a degree shut to a degree back open. Go.
So.
Yes, okay, now,
Yep.
let's work one like T-dubs. Let's lift the toe of the club.
Yeah.
Maybe a degree open to a degree closed. And I'm saying a degree, so if this is 0 and that's 90,
Yeah.
I'm only looking for a degree.
Very minor.
Yeah, very minor. Just slight open of the toe. Yeah, we call this drilled twister.
And with this, David, this kind of like a degree open, degree closed?
Yeah, it would feel like a release.
Gotcha, okay, yep. And that's more normal, kind of a normal stock putting stroke compared to the...
Well, we see more players, now we didn't get to neutral.
Right.
So let's give me one without twisting. So
Okay.
give me one where we're moving the club primarily just in plane.
Yep.
That's the main rotation of the club without twisting it shut, without twisting it over it. Just swing it in plane for me.
Okay.
In the plane rotation is the main mover. Yes, good. So the putter has this natural absolute rotation in the plane.
Yeah.
Okay, so putters rotate,
Yeah.
not by you twisting them open closed.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
Right.
Or shut open.
Right.
Okay, but there's natural rotation taking place where? In our arms,
Yeah.
in our shoulders, with the putter. So the putters rotate in the plane. Putters don't move in a straight line, period. It's non-negotiable.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can move in a straight plane,
Yep.
but they don't move in a straight line.
Yeah. So there's going to be some natural
Rotation.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. And so if this is good. If I'm that person potentially, and I'm feeling this, and I'm hitting pools, I'm a good putter. I maybe can start with a simple feel of let me feel what it feels like if I open it a degree and close it, and then find neutral.
Yeah.
And
We call that the Goldilocks rule, right? Differential learning.
Got it.
Starting to create a feel or awareness for the face.
Yeah. And it's interesting, Dave, like when we do a lot of full swing, the videos, a lot of it starts within that. Like, hey, be aware of your baseline issue. Maybe it's swing direction. The beginning point is typically for full swing, I think it's working the opposite. You have to exaggerate usually a lot, big time in the beginning, right? And then giving yourself enough feedback.
Right.
To kind of find the middle ground as you go along with it.
Now, typically what I would do is I would use technology.
Yeah.
I use Sandpot Lab indoors, Capto outdoors, and we would put Capto on out here.
Yeah.
I'd have my iPad, and I'd set the iPad down, and we'd say, okay, let's do Goldilocks, let's do the twister.
Yeah.
Let's go a little shut open, and then you could see the face.
They can actually measure.
Face rotation.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, okay, let's do T-dubs, let's work a little open closed.
Yeah.
And then you could see the rotation in the face.
Got it.
And then give me what you think's in plane, and then you swing it, and you go, oh my gosh, it's just barely open to the plane, barely close to the plane, which is kind of a typical signature that we see of really good putters.
Yeah.
Now, bad putters, we see it all over the place. We haven't even talked about the bad kids.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about the bad kid version. We have a really good overview. Like that's so good of a good player pool problem, right? Or pool player in general. So let's go the opposite.
Yeah.
Let's say a poor putter who doesn't make as many putts.
Yeah.
And what would be the number one problem you see with those players?
Well, they have chronic pushes.
Chronic pushes. Yeah.
So the face is open at impact.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where did it get open? Now, typically. Sometimes they under twisted open. So show me an under twist open through the ball. And you see the upper arm moving away, like Rory McIlroy, and the trail forearm twisting under.
Yep.
So we have what I call a cross hybrid here. The upper left arm and the lower right arm are causing an under twist. Show me that again. So the upper left arm moves away from the armpit, and the trail forearm twists under. So it's this section here. You see that? So that would be kind of steering the face. So if you have this concept of keeping the face looking at the target, you're just inviting in this under twisting and under rocking.
Got it.
From the trail forearm and the lead upper arm.
Yep.
You feel that?
100%. That feels like I'm going to hit it way to the right.
Well, because you are.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the second place that we want to see was the backswing over rotated in the backswing too long, and where they got longer with the left wrist, longer with the left arm, and that causes the left hand to turn.
Okay.
So now the face is too open.
Yes, okay, so I see this a lot.
Yeah, so it goes left hand,
Yep.
changing the left wrist,
Yep.
and then the left elbow getting longer, which rotates the left hand open. Yeah, you feel it? You
Yep.
feel it?
This feels like what I used to do.
Yeah, well, anybody that attempts to move the putter in a straight line, they're probably going to get this sequencing from the hand, arm, and the upper arm and shoulder.
Got it.
So now it gets too what?
Open.
Long.
Yeah, okay.
So they probably decel.
Yeah, okay.
So they come in and they decel and quit on it.
Yep.
And the face is lagging.
As a byproduct of
Yes.
the backswing. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got that?
Yeah, I do.
All right, now, we also said that in a chance, if you try to move the putter in a straight line, this left wrist doing this causes the forearm to rotate. The face gets outside and
Yeah,
open. And that player is the one that goes swiping across with the path to the left
Yes.
and hitting it off the toe, which causes the putter to twist even more open.
So a lot of those mechanical outcomes, effects,
Yeah.
stem from maybe something as simple. Because David, I mean, I'm going to say no less than 80% of golfers that I would see in like a golf school, if I asked them conceptually about their putting stroke and what they're trying to do, would either mention or think straight back, straight through. They would think straight line.
That's poison, man.
Right? And we're going to get to that
It's
more.
poison.
But if it could be as simple as my attempt to keep this putter on a straight line during the backswing.
Causing all this.
Because I have to keep the putter on a straight line during the backswing.
Yeah,
right?
putters don't move in a straight line, period.
Yeah.
I've been doing 3D with the putter for 12 years and 3D with the body for 6.
Yeah.
I speak all over the world about what the wrists and forearms and the elbows and the upper arms and shoulders do.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is no theoretical
Guesstimate.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
had to really restrain there.
Yeah, that's good.
Theoretical stuff. Putters don't move in a straight line. They, however, can move in a straight plane.